Hello everyone, we are fading in to talk about the full power Gridknight from the Gattai from Good Smile Company. We'll be going over price point, where to get this figure, and my final thoughts on the figure. Also stay tuned for about the middle of the stream. There's a special offer going on if you guys want to check that out on this figure, so why don't we go ahead and begin checking out this figure. Completely new sculpting and molding Gridknight in the 4 asset weapons combined. So here's the Gridknight here, a new updated figure compared to the Gattai Gridknight and Goldburn. We have Gridknight Caliber, Sky V-Turn Knight version, Battle Tractor Max Knight version, and Buster Boar Knight version. And also, what's really cool too, the Gridknight Caliber comes in 2 versions, one for use when in Knight form and one for use when in combined form. So that's actually really cool. So you get 2, you can actually have it where it's holding 2 swords, which would actually be an cool looking form for it. So why don't we go ahead and begin looking up more. Here is the Cho Gattai Kishi full power Gridknight, which looks really cool. I love the sculpting and the detail on this, which look really cool for this figure. This is a special service you hear. So here we have full power Gridknight completely captured. Here's the comparison between the DX full power Gridman that was released in 2019, which also there is an updated version of this coming out soon. Completely different molding and everything, so stay tuned for more news on that. As with the Gattai Ryujin DX Dinosaur, the size of the mecha has been taken up a notch. So this is about the same size as Dinosaur and its completed form. Featuring updated articulation, not only are the arms articulated, but the action also included knee articulation not seen with the DX full power Gridman, which is really interesting actually, because I've seen some pictures on that too, and the feet, you couldn't move them to where it actually looked like a natural stand. It had its feet towards the side to where it didn't not do that. So that's pretty cool. So it gives it a more natural stance. Interesting. The increased articulation allows for a high posability even in combined action figure form. That's really cool. And then here we have different forms of that. The explosive full power lightweight missile can be created in action form. The missile launcher can be deployed forward, so you can have the tractors out right here and have the missiles launching and everything. Both closed and open hands are included, so those are already up. And what's really cool about this figure too is hand parts assembled by the user are included for individual adjustment each finger. So right here, here's the individual fingers that you can adjust and all that, but you have to build them yourself. So at least they included something like that, which is actually really cool. Translucent parts are utilized in several areas, so on the helmet, caliber, and the Boar Spore. Let's go Gridknight. Gridknight is also newly designed with a new mold. Gridknight with a completely new design, an approximately 107% increase in the size compared to the model included with the Gattai Gridknight and Goldburn. So here's the Gattai Gridknight and Goldburn figure that was included. That's 140 millimeters. And then the new figure is 150. And it's also got clacking joints. Yeah, click shoulder joint and click hip joints, which is really cool. The only problem with that compared to the original Gridknight, the Gattai Gridknight, when you have him combined, his arms tend to shrink lower after a while, so it's nice that they updated that feature. In line, the new size, the core of the combined form, Gridknight has had its joints renewed, as both shoulder and hip joints are stable and movable when in combined form. Click type joints are built into the shoulder and hip for stability, movement, and reliable holding power. 2 Gridknights for increased stability, dedicated body part for combination. So this is really interesting. They copied the Moderoid full power Gridman and did a dedicated piece for more articulation for the figure, which is really cool. By replacing this with the body part for dedicated use in combinations, even easier to create action-packed poses, which is really cool. Not only that, you can have them stand side by side together, which is really cool. Gosh, this figure looks really cool. Gridknight and full power Gridknight can also be displayed side by side when the dedicated body part is used. Gridknight caliber comes in both a small and large form. So see right here, we got the small one right here, and then the large one for the full power Gridknight, which is really cool. Like I said, you could actually use it for a 2-sword kind of movement, which would be really cool. To change formation, the combination transformations have been recreated, no extra parts needed, so you combine the 4 vehicles here to get the Gattai Senjin powered Knight Xenon. It's really cool. I love the design compared to the other Xenon, the regular Xenon. I just like the new visor and everything. It looks really cool. And can be displayed with Gridknight. The real pain creations not seen in the series, so you can create Gridknight Caliber, Max Gridknight, Buster Gridknight, and Sky Gridknight. And then the helmets for each form are newly designed by mechanical designer Tsuyoshi Nonaka. It's really cool. Additionally, a brand new toy original combination, so you can combine the Goldburn from the Gattai Gridknight and Goldburn to the figure, which is really cool. And then you just have this right here. Really love the design on that. I love how they kind of use any excess pieces you have left over for that figure with the combination here. And then here's combine the Gattai Gridman Universe. So here's these 2 figures standing next to each other, which they're both practically the same height. So, which looks really cool. Good Smile Online Shop Limited. On that, give it a couple weeks maybe, and this will probably appear on Tanakatsu, but I'm not 100% sure. So if it does show up, I'll be sure to do a community post and also add the link from there to here as well. So features completely new sculpting and new molding in accordance with the Gattai Ryujin DX Dynazenon. The size of the figure is even larger than the Max Combined DX Full Power Gridman. Released in 2019 in combined form, Full Power Gridknight stands at 240 millimeters in height to top of head. Features updated articulation and articulation not seen with the DX Full Power Gridman released in 2019. The joint mechanisms of Gridknight, the core of the mech, have been completely redesigned. Click type joints are built in to achieve greater stability in combined form. Dedicated body part for ease of use in combined form is included. Gridknight Caliber comes in both small and large forms. The 4 assist weapons can be combined to create the Gattai Senjin powered Knight Xenon. Assist weapon combinations not seen in the movie can also be created. A dedicated display stand, interchangeable hand parts, open individual articulated finger type included. A new original combination can be created as well. The Goldburn included with the Gattai Gridknight Goldburn sold separately can be combined with the full power Gridknight. So the price for this, at least in yen, is 24,500 yen. The release date isn't until February 2024. The modeling is by Astray. Gridknight height approximately 145 millimeters, full power Gridknight approximately 240 millimeters to top of head when combined. Team Naval, Good Smile Company. Pre-orders are available from the 26th of May from 2100 JST to the 6th of July 2023 at 12 JST. Please note, images shown may differ from the final product. Thank you for your understanding. So why don't we go ahead and go over to Good Smile Online Shop, shall we? Here we have it available on Good Smile Online Shop. The price is $158. A maximum of 3 of these products are available per person. Orders that include more than this limit will be canceled. And the reason why it's 10% off is because to celebrate the official release of this figure and the live stream, they're offering approximately 10% off on this figure until the 7th of June 2023 at 11:59 JST. So until this stream is taken off, the 10% will be available until June 7th, and then they'll be taken off. So you'll get 10% off, which you will save $17.60. And yeah, the event of orders limits have met. The orders will end before the closing date. Payment payment will be charged in either American USD, Euros, or Japanese yen per your selection. Contact PayPal and or your credit card company regarding currency exchange rates. You may be charged additional fees such as import tax and making an overseas purchase. Please consult your local customs office for more information. As outlined in the user guide, we do not accept cancellations. Please consider your purchase carefully before ordering. So if you really want this figure with the discount and everything, it will be, you might get some fees and all that, but those would be up to your discretion whenever this figure is shipped out. So if you really want this figure, like I said, there's no cancellations, so make sure you want this figure, or wait until the end of June 7th, which by then it should be up to on Tokulectables. I will update on more information on this if I find that out. So yes, so why don't we go ahead and fade into final thoughts. So my final thoughts on the figure looks fantastic. I really like how the full power Gridknight and Gridknight have more of an updated feature on them, especially with the Gridknight having more of a stable shoulder joints and leg joints and everything. I love how they included the kind of full power Moderoid Gridknight feel on this, to where you can have separate parts to incorporate on this figure. So overall, I really like this figure. Put in the comments down below what you guys think of this figure, whether you guys like it or not. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Or if you guys want to talk about the show in general or any kind of topic. I hope you guys take care. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are enjoying my videos. I hope you guys take care. This is Fadesalvation. Hey now.